Let's hop right in. Just so you can see the map. You have already seen it, of course, but Gibbs had to be starving if he chose to not stay for 5 minutes and get the points. And he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I need to eat right now. Young kid, he doesn't want to get spanked by his parents. Yeah, I shouldn't have read that aloud. I need to read the chat first and then read the chat aloud. I need to start doing that. I'm not that accustomed to having people writing on the chat. But hey, at least he showed up as only one. I think he should get 10 points. Him alone. Like, let's make it that he can get through the KO, but not his team. 1v3. Let's see if he can win that. So we are in the server now. Already Human and Amon playing. Lefufei, I have no idea who that is. Is it Insanity Purple? I don't think I know the team. Hello, stream! Hello, Amon. Well, still a while remaining. This is the camera you like, right? I shouldn't touch anything. I never know. So the revival guys here already. Hello, Red Fog. So let's look at the teams. Today, Amon, Human, and Weeds will be the ones striving for StredaGang. On the other side, they will face Red Fog, Nakaen, and Lefur. Or Lefur. Funky. It's so hard with French people, I don't know if the name is in French. Nakaen could be Red Frog as well, but I don't think that's the name. Red Frog sounds a lot like English. But Le Fourré, how should I pronounce that? Weeds need drugs before match starts. I don't know about that. Uh, I don't think he needs any drugs because he's fucking pumped. You watch. Let's see what he can do. But yeah, for those that don't know, Weeds used to be insane and he was a hunter, so all these maps he knows them. He should have Daddy money on many of them. But rounds is a different story. It's not hunting. You need to be not on your 100% pace, rather 95. Well, if you're shark, you can be 100% all the time. We saw that yesterday. For those of you that didn't say the game yesterday, please just watch the replay, because the first map was just crazy. Shark finish on exactly the same 100th. No, not the 100th, but the 10th. Exactly the same 10th and second, of course, in 5 consecutive matches. How do you even do that? I cannot even finish in the same second. Which is not much to say, because I'm casting and not playing. Maybe it has to do with how I play. So we start. Look at that. Revival has their own team skins. And it's a 4v3. I don't think I like this kind of gangbanging, if you allow me the expression. So let's go. We hop right in. You know the rules. You know how it goes. ESL repeat, first map, first to 7 rounds. We switch. And looks like the wrong map. Yeah, it felt weird. It's TMT. The ESL is the other one. No, but Forgotten Past, isn't it next week? Forgotten Map is next week's as well. Why does match one have the 4 maps? Okay, let's go. No train. Suddenly they're in a rush. They don't want to warm up. And now we're ready to go. This is the first one, right? No, this is the second. No, this is the first one. Now we're right. No, of course, it was next week's. Oh my god. I knew the map, but not for this week. Now we should be ready. Oh yes, I'm going to get Idle kicked. Please don't. Let me just type please don't Idle kick. Two warm-ups, two maps, first to seven. It's the rounds that count. StredaGang. Really good performance last week considering they were facing arguably the best team in the league. They managed to take 3 rounds, and we're seeing that it's not something that easy to do. We saw the Maidenless just take one. Yesterday we saw the Bug Boys fail to, Box for Free, sorry, fail to secure one single round. So this week 2 we are seeing very big wins, and Streda should aim for that. 14-0 would be optimal to have a better fighting chance when they face on the last week Wasp, and see how that goes. It's going to be one of the closest match. Wasp versus Streda is going to be seed 8 versus seed 9, and so far they come very close. So yeah, every round that you can get here is going to be crucial. If I'm not mistaken, Wasp didn't get 14-0 last week. More chaotic map choice, of course, so yeah, they should make this one count. Nakaen, one of the guys to watch in Reb. But yeah, they're fighting Amon, Weeds, and Human that are really good. Revival are going to need all they have and a little bit extra if they want to take a good result here. But of course, I think they would be happy with 2-3 rounds. It's not the easiest match for them. In fact, they're in the most fucked group they could be. They are the 16th placed team, and they are facing everybody, the first one, and then two in the middle. So really tough group for them. And already Plum's making a mistake that cost him a few tenths. The 3, oh my god, all Revival has made a mistake. And Weeds, Amon, and Human are on the same tenth. Weeds gets the no drift and giving some hope temporarily for Revival Orange. Another landing bag. And Nagan gets through, but it is 2 seconds to come back to Human and Amon. As long as they don't make any mistakes, this should be the first one for the StredaGang. And so far, no mistakes. 1-0. Blue wins. And we go for the second round. Let's put the pro mode. Oh, it's make the mistake. This is my fault for saying that he's the best in the team. So far, no more mistakes. Everything very close. Human, big mistake. But Weeds just takes his place. He was very attentive, paying attention. And just look at the fight for first. I told you, Naken is the best driver in Revival, and he can do things like this. Where did the pace come from? A very close race. Amon and Naken just neck and neck. Who's going to take it in the end? Awkward line by Amon. Naken takes the win, but Amon and Wits take second and third. And Human closes with 40-93, just 1/10 ahead of Lefour, and that is just good enough to put the second one. I don't know, isn't it cooler, Milmi? I think there's so many fucking things that it's difficult to see anything, but I can stream with that if you prefer. Blom's huge mistake. He bounces off, and he's off the track. Nakam fighting. He's showing that he's the one to watch. And just look at the line. Beautiful thing. Human and Weeds closing, but not quite enough. And right now the fight is behind. If Nakain takes it, oh, Amon gets through, but Weeds, he needs to secure that, and well, yeah. And that's the third one. Thanks for the follow. I'm sorry, I have notifications off, so it doesn't show on the screen, but I can read on the app. I forget I have an app. Thank you, Danny1260, and Darkos before, and Christian Go as well today. I didn't read your names. Thank you for the follow. And thanks for watching this amazing cup that we're seeing here. Nakaen, unbelievable. He's been very good in this map. Let's see if he can hold through all the races. If he does, it's sooner or later that Rev are going to take a round here. Because you need to be very, very good and very, very stable to be consistent at this pace. And if Nakain keeps putting the pressure, it's a matter of time that somebody's going to make a mistake. Just look how close that it was. Nakain takes the win. He's just flying. 39.47. Really good time. Well, it's okay time. Let's say that. But yeah, Streda having some trouble to stay ahead. But still, Nakain is driving along. This is the 1 to 3 that we said before. It's not so easy when you have so many mistakes behind, and already on the first turn it's one Revival Orange that is out of this camera. I don't know where he is. Yeah, it's LeFou. Not a great start for him. In these 5 races he hasn't had a very clean race so far. But Blom's now showing some pace, avoiding the walls, avoiding mistakes. It's okay performance for everybody. It's going to come down all to the last turn. Let's see what happens here. Very good line by all the StredaGang, and in fact they're going to ace. Well, 39.5, 39.5, 39.6, 39.6, 39.7. How did these become an ace? Beautiful, beautiful. But maybe a little bit unfair for the Revival Orange. That was their best race so far. And yeah, LeFou, another mistake. He's having so much trouble in that first turn. Hopefully for them, Amon hasn't had the greatest start. And Nakain and Plums still have a shot here. Amon risking, and it pays off very quick. But not just a great win in terms of time. Wits and Human on Drone League. So far, Plums and Nakin just have to see how they do everything. They risk, they don't crash, but it doesn't pay off. And it's going to be a first 1-2, which, yeah, it's another point for the StredaGang. I'm so fucking lazy to train this, bra. Good for you, because next week this is not the map. Not as beautiful as your face. Man, I don't know if that is sexual harassment. Is it? Thank you, Motion, for following. It only took you 2 streams and talking to me daily on Discord. I'm just messing with you. Thanks for the follow. And I'm glad you're liking this, because what a show they're putting here. Oh, it's just doing a wheelie to congratulate you, all of you in the chat, and I don't think that was intended. So let's just focus on the ones that are alive. Human is first, Plums and Nakin. You're being so consistent. This must be desperating, nerve-wracking, seeing how they do everything right, but it's just not enough. What are they going to do? It's a 40. And it's a 39.7. This should give you at least 1 round at some point. Who is this Danny guy? Danny's playing tomorrow. Or maybe I'm casting then. Nice to meet you. Is it Faint or Revival Blue? Oh, that was the seventh. Oh my god. So this is the map. But of course, this is not the map that you should be playing. I'm just saying this is a great map and you should train it. This is next week's, and it's quite something. Danny is oxygen. No way. You're oxygen for real? You know that tomorrow I'm going. I was looking forward to Monday because I'm like, oh, oxygen is playing. The moment he gets a Ramstein bug, I'm going to say weird line. That's an interesting approach to that turn. I know you love that. I'm just kidding. So yeah, now we're in the right map. It's first warm up here. Yeah, so you know it. You have seen it many times before. You have to land with the perfect angle there. So far, up until this point, just full speed, another angle. So this one is very flowy. This one is the most difficult turn in the map. It's blind 180. You need to push it, but not too much, so you don't lose speed, and you go out with all the speed. And we have seen that these turns seem to be very easy, but we saw that how TW in the last match, they just got 2 tenths every time they drove around there. So there is some secret that I don't know. Hello, Willie TM. How are you doing? Great day for TM. So up until this point, we have seen Human being very consistent for the StredaGang. Really good pace. Yeah, there were Weeds was a little bit more erratic. Maybe they know that they can push a little bit harder today. It's likely to not be that dangerous, or that they can be hopeful that this is the match where you can make mistakes. And on the other side, we have seen Nakaen being absolutely dominating, being the one hope that Revival Orange need to hold on to. And Aploms that started. No, who was it? Yeah, well, not a very clean first map for the Revival Orange overall. Many mistakes, but of course they need to go 100% and just risk in every turn and hope that you make it through. We are moments away from seeing how this finishes. First map went 7-0 for the StredaGang, which at some points looked fair, but at some other points it could have been a really good point for... Oh, wow, I'm sorry about Nightbot, sometimes it gets crazy. I don't know why. What did you put? I read the message, it wasn't anything bad. I don't know, Nightbot gets crazy, I'm sorry about that. I don't even know what I wanted. Nobody ever uses the commands. In fact, the commands are obsolete. Yeah, now I remember. If you put the today, is going to show the matches for last week. Anyway, somebody goes for the inside line. Plums, that's not the way that you should be going. Naken touches the wall. That's going to be very hard for Revival Orange to come through. Weeds and Ammon leading comfortably. Red Frog very, very far. They need a miracle here. Oh, Ammon just hogs the wall in a brutal fashion. And Nakan takes the chance to take second. Weeds is on his own league. He's like 3 seconds ahead of Ammon. And it's still going to be a 1-2. How is this even possible? Plum's behind. Human is fifth? Fourth? Yeah, Nakain just gives up. in a very good fashion. In fact, I think when you risk the risky thing and you do it in such a beautiful fashion, you deserve a replay. Just look at that. That was nice. It's better than just deleting. Thank you, Hazel Litmar, for following. God, you're really testing my reading skills today. Human, on his own league, but that's actually very slow for some reason. Ammon and Weeds ahead. They all dodge the checkpoint, not so the turn. Big crash by Revival Orange, and now they have to come back from that. Nakaen, as we have been seeing for all this time, is the one fighting the StredaGang. But so far they're getting closer, the ace. Very close, the check team in 1/10, maybe a little bit more. Oh, it's mistake. Red Frog is very, very far. Plums is very, very far. So yeah, even with that mistake, this looks like another ace. I think Revival may be losing a little bit of confidence here or focus. But of course, this map is also more difficult than the ones that we saw before. The one that we saw before. So many places where you can lose a second, many places where you can make a mistake. That's 2-0. 53-6. I mean, we are seeing that it's a good pace, but it's not anything unbelievable. Well, but we have seen two mistakes already, and it's Human leading. Red Frog and Nakain take second and third. And Plov's now fourth temporarily. Ammon is much quicker. How is it going to turn out in this 180 turn? In the hairpin, Ammon goes through Nakain. That made a mistake. Human is just minding his own business, just vibing ahead. And Weeds coming out of nowhere. Starting to look like an ace. And it is 53-9. We are on really slow pace. Well, I mean, it's faster than my PB. That is non-existent. But unimpressive, I would say. From my from my position of not having to prove my pace, I think that 53.93 is very easy. I'm poor. Human, you should be better. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you because the worst player in this game is 10 times better than I was going to say anybody in the chat, but probably that's a lie. Red Frog touched the inside. A very tough turn to nail round after round, but it doesn't seem to apply to humans. Oh, well, it does apply to Weeds, that is out of this race, but it seems like these two guys are just enough to take the point home. Blum's really not finding the pace in this map. That first half, he's suffering a lot. Red Frog a little bit less, but really not comfortable either. And Human fighting with Nakain for the second position. Nakain with a weird line and loses it. A race that wins Ammon with 53.40. All right pace, I guess. As we said, this map is very, very long. And you can make many mistakes in many places. So just keep it cool. As we look at the best sectors, and Human just did an absolute crazy race from checkpoint 2 to checkpoint 7. But as a matter of fact, first checkpoint is for Plums, which is interesting. Maybe he's trying too hard? That seemed like a connection error. Red Frog is the first for Revival Orange, and he's around 0.6, 0.7 behind. In the hairpin, not the cleanest line. And StredaGang with a huge lead. Not Not many changes as we go into the last checkpoint. And that's another ace. And 5-0. 53-4. We are stuck on that time. For the sixth round here, first map was 7-0. Second map, so far looking like Revival Orange are going to need a miracle to get a point. Very strong performance by the Czech team, and that is not going to help. Two guys are already out of the race as Weeds, Amon and Human are comfortably in the lead. Red Frog watching from close distance, but you need to close that gap, and how are you going to do that? The Harping is a great moment, and it's not a bad line. He's trying to push, and well, it did pay off. But yeah, Weeds, Amon and Human are in 1/10, so what are you gonna do? They'll finish together, it's going to be very hard to take the point. And oh my god, it seems like they're on a train. They're just tied to each other. What is it going to be, everybody on the same 10th? 53-2, 53-3, 53-4. Now this is some time. Red Frog saying that the PB was 57.8, yeah. It's not the best match for them. Damage control. And this could end right here. It's the 7th round of the second map. And the only way this could be extended is if Nakain wins and a few mistakes behind, and so far it looks like that's not going to happen. StredaGang have the match very well controlled. Oh, but a huge mistake by Weeds. No mistakes can be allowed here, otherwise Red might have a chance. Weeds coming back, but already the Red Frog way bomb face plants. And Amon and Human. Oh wow, the run back and sends Human flying off. This hasn't finished yet. But Weeds and Human are going to take third and fourth, and that is going to be enough to win. No, in fact, they end with a win with an ace. 14-0. They won the right way and the quick way. 14-0, as we were talking before the match. A very important. It was a weird line. Yeah, it was a weird line. I know. Danny is resentful about that comment that somebody made last week. Red Frog saying sorry because he didn't have time to play. Yeah, well, it was sad, but again, they are on the toughest group for them. They couldn't be, literally, they couldn't be in any other group that was harder than what they got. So, lucky, as Valtteri Bottas would say.